Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Outs here, and we are doing a Saturday Share the Love Club for Casey Bannerman this morning. Casey Bannerman is a designer of clothes and merchandise, mostly jerseys, shirts, pins, stuff like that, prints. Uh, Very, very talented graphic artist. He's self-taught. He's born and raised here in Toronto, and he's been doing this for quite a while. He has some very, very amazing designs. What he likes to do is he likes to take a regular jersey and put some crazy, amazing like graphic art that he put together himself. Some of the stuff he's done with Kyle Lowry, Fred Van Vliet, too numerous to name. In the beginning, he started with Raptor stuff, did a lot of Raptor stuff, but he's branched out and he's done a lot of Miami Heat stuff in recent years. He's also done a lot of in other sports, including the Blue Jays and the WNBA even. So very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff. If you don't know about Casey Bannerman, I don't know where you've been. Your head's been under a rock or something. But this guy has awesome, just amazing apparel. And I wanted to celebrate him today, partly because of his work recently with the Team Canada jerseys. And I have one here with me that Tom Duke gave me last year. Casey Bannerman jersey, SGA Canada jersey. It's beautiful. It's fire. You see on all Casey's work, he's got the approved by Casey Bannerman Code Authority. I'm gonna be wearing this bad boy when I'm covering Team Canada games this summer. So you're gonna see me wearing this regularly when Team Canada is playing. The big two for SGA. This is actually a special jersey because it is kind of a flub. It's not exactly correct for how he wanted to make them with the maple leaf. So he had actually, I think he had told Tommy he's going to send him another one. I don't know. But Tommy got two jerseys. He got the SGA one, the Gilgeous Alexander one. And you can see on the back, look at that beautiful Canadian flag just above the name. And he also got a Dylan Brooks one. Of course, Casey's gone through and made a whole slate of new jerseys for Team Canada stuff with all kinds of names, including classic names, which is really, really cool. He's made a Nash jersey. That's very, very, very cool, Steve Nash. And, he did a whole USA release just recently also. This may be his newest release, is current and classic USA jerseys, including our GOAT, number 7, Kyle Lowry. So if you want to get a fire Casey Bannerman Team USA Kyle Lowry jersey that commemorates the gold medal champion that Kyle Lowry is, hey, you can do that. But yeah, this SGA is fire. Thank you, Tom Duke. Look at how beautiful that is. Canada number 2 home variant jersey that Casey came out with in the last couple of years. Yeah. So I am all about it, guys. So he actually, there's a little bit of controversy right now with Casey Bannerman that a lot of fans are saying that he should have designed Team Canada's jerseys for the Olympics. But Casey's come out and said, listen, don't boycott the official jerseys just to get mine. If you want to, you can get mine and get both or whatever. Big corporations, apparel corporations, especially corporations like Nike and different ones like that, they can be very tough to deal with and just kind of not easy for an independent creator like Casey Bannerman. And in some ways, you got to have time, planning, and trust with those companies. And I'm sure that he's reached out to them. They've reached out to him, and they've tried to meet somewhere in the middle to get somewhere. But who knows? I will bet you money at some point there's going to be somebody smart who wants to make some money that is going to help Casey go mainstream with a corporate platform in that kind of way. Maybe he doesn't want that. Maybe he values being independent like me, and he just wants to put his stuff out on his own, and he's doing okay on his own. He don't need no big company like Nike to push his stuff, Reebok or whoever the fuck. Yeah, I would respect that, because if Casey Bannerman can carve out his own piece of the action in apparel in the NBA and with athletes, and he doesn't need them over it, yeah, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. But the people want Casey Bannerman to design the city jersey for Toronto Raptors. They want Casey Bannerman to design the jerseys for WNBA for Toronto. They want Casey Bannerman to design the Team Canada jerseys for this Paris Olympics right now. But hey, in a perfect world, this would be happening, seriously, because he could make some really fire, crazy designs. They're special. He's collaborated with so many different people like Scotty and Precious and stuff, all these different little lines he's been doing. He did the butter bread thing recently with Scotty and Precious wearing that stuff out in public. Yeah, this dude's awesome. I know Scotty really appreciates him personally. He's talked about him on his Twitch stream while I've been there. And yeah, he really appreciates the work that he does as far as some of the custom jerseys, some of the Scotty Barnes jerseys that Casey's done already. Yeah, you can go to his website and just look at what he's got in there right now. As I said, they've got a USA Olympic collection out there right now. And I'm seeing names like Lowry, Barkley. You can get an old Charles Barkley throwback in his design of USA. Yeah, it's pretty dang good. In some ways, he doesn't just have the men. He's got the women here, too, like Plum and Iesco. So that's pretty damn cool. Stewart, Wilson, Tarasi. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. There's a DeRozan jersey right there, even if with the last couple days of news. But, yeah, go and check out Casey Bannerman's website and check out all the different jerseys he's got going right now. He's got these old school USA ones. They look like they're straight out of the 70s or 80s, the way that the style is. And there's all kinds of cool stuff. He's got the Canada jerseys out there, too. So don't you fret if you're wanting just the Canada Olympic jersey collection is really cool. I'm looking at it right now. There's the one I've got right here, except it's the proper one with the maple leaf correct. But yeah, mine is it's awesome, man. This is awesome stuff. I'm telling you. Oh, that one's actually got the Olympic emblem on it. So that's pretty cool. So these are a little bit different. These are Olympic with the Olympic patch stitched in on them. Because like this one has the flag on both sides, and there would be Olympic patch here on the new one. So there's always these little extras with Casey's stuff as far as like little patches, very symbolizing important things kind of patches on the work he does. Of course, like I said, the fact that you can get this graphic art, it looks like a really cool graphic novel, a comic book, and put it on the back of the jersey. Like, it's so fire that some of those Lowry jerseys from back in the day where he's like all hulked up and those kind of action shots, those are awesome. And he does such a good job of capturing that. And I'm telling you, other thing about Casey Bannerman is that his stuff comes out on limited release. And, this stuff could be worth something someday. Because some of these, he didn't make a whole bunch of them. Like, a lot of things, they make a whole bunch of things. They're not going to be worth nothing later because there's so much of it out there. But if he only makes a limited quantity of some of these jerseys and apparel that he makes, that's what I'm saying right there. So in some ways, a Casey Bannerman jersey could be an investment. I love to hear about all the different Casey Bannerman stuff that you guys have today in the chat. And let's just share love for a great creator in the Raptors sphere of stuff, Casey Bannerman. Yeah, he's a guy, he's around my age, and he's straight born and raised and right here in Toronto, a real Toronto guy, a real Toronto success story also. All right, let me check in with y'all in the chat. And as I said, let's share the love for Casey. Casey has a huge contribution to the Raptors and swag. Yeah, Granny Swag can respect that. That's right. Trevor J., the Commissioner of Fun, is here. Good morning, Raptors family. Happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thought. I like that. Your perception can determine how you're feeling about life. And in some ways, if you want to get bogged down on the negativity, the pessimism, the scary things are going on, well, put your focus there and you can really work yourself up. But know that there is an alternative. As dark and as crazy as the world may seem, you can carve out your own little corner of life and make it nice and make it pleasant and focus on those kind of things. I just got up and I'm just coming in to do the show. And there's a baby bunny sitting on my front porch step, just sitting outside chewing. And I came out the door so quick, the bunny did not get scared. It just sat there and stared at me. And I was just like, okay, bunny, hi, how are you? I was like, you know what? Life's pretty good because there's a baby bunny sitting in my yard eating my grass. So ain't nothing wrong in life sometimes when you can see stuff like that. There's a bird flying around right outside my window also. So just find something to focus on that can help you be more gratitude and happy and grateful for life. And, they're going to try and bog you down with all the world politics and all the crazy shit that's going on with this political year. And it's going to be tough. It's tough to kind of weather the storm of all the negativity, the pessimism, and the darkness. of some of the crap that's going on for sure. Yeah, carve out your own sunshine. Trevor saying Jacoby and Jamal hanging out in Paris. This is not factually true. Trevor J, you are spreading misinformation. That clip of Jacoby Walter in Paris at the Eiffel Tower and riding in the boat is from last summer. And that is when he was with Baylor and he was still in college. And you can see his teammate, Yves Missy, who was drafted in this draft by the Pelicans, in the boat with him, talking to him. He's playing a game where he wants to wave to everybody on the side of the river while he's going down there, and he's trying to count how many people can wave to him. But that is an old clip, Trevor J. That is not from any time recently. That is from last summer when the Baylor team traveled to Paris as a basketball team. And that is all from that, Trevor. So, yeah, that's not Jamal Shed in that pick, that clip. He is not in Paris with him then. Yeah, that is Yves Missy and the rest of the Baylor team. Yeah. All right, let's see. Trevor J saying Reese with 12 straight double-doubles. She's dominating. Yeah, Angel Reese is something else. Something else. Yeah, I knew Caitlin Clark was going to kill it, but I'm very, very impressed with Angel Reese and how well she's translated to the WNBA. This is fantastic. Dana's here. Canadian Dana saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Canadian Dana. I am Canadian, and I've got my SGA jersey ready for Wednesday when Team USA will play Team Canada in Las Vegas in a friendly game. That's right. And then a week from today, y'all, is the first Summer League game for the Raptors. So you get ready for that too, guys. Next Saturday, Summer League starts, and we get to see our rookies start playing then. Yeah, this is awesome. Alan Tam's here. Bam, son. Good morning, peeps. Laugh out loud. All right, then, Alan Tam, have you got your updated Team Canada roster for the Summer Olympics, Alan? I'd love to see that. Copy and paste. That's right. Trevor's saying that he got his tickets for all of the Raptors Summer League games. Wow. Trevor going to Vegas for Summer League, and he said he purchased tickets for every single Raptors Summer League game. That's fantastic, Trevor. We want eyes on the site, and I love it when Raptor Freaks go to events that Raptors are involved in other places that are far away from Toronto, like when Tom went to the open practice in Victoria, British Columbia a couple summers ago. This stuff is awesome. So always like having a Raptor Freak on site to check out and see the sights and sounds. Maybe, Trevor, I will say this right now, very early on, you need to go there and see if you can talk to one of the Raptors on the team, because those guys are going to be sitting there. I know that they don't like people coming to bug them at Las Vegas Summer League, but you could easily probably walk in and talk to some of the main team Raptors like Scotty and Emmanuel if you run into them the right way, because they're not there to work. They're there to watch. And in some ways, you might be able to go approach them, Trevor, is what I'm just saying. Now, be cautious about it and do it the correct way. But I would love for you to get a story of hanging out or talking to one of the Raptors just because they're at Summer League hanging out supporting the rookie team. So, yeah, that'd be awesome. Alan has come in with a very poignant statement. It's maybe the statement of the week. It's Bronny sucks. Well, we'll see. Let's give him some time. He's going to get some guaranteed money no matter what. If he shows up and he sucks, well, Lakers, you're holding the tab. That's all I got to say on that. That's just how it is. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Rap Free Crew. I have Casey Bannerman's Siakam jersey. I hope he can be contracted to design Raptors jersey and continue the Team Canada. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So awesome. Yeah, these are not official Team Canada jerseys. These are his own design, and these are not the ones they will be wearing. So he's not officially making jerseys for either team, but in the future, maybe he will be. That would be really cool. Some of the problems with Casey making jerseys officially for the Raptors are that his graphic designs are not like totally cost effective for certain like profit margins. So in some ways, mass scale making of them is not in the interest of some of these companies, maybe, because if you think about how finely crafted, how quality these are, you know, in some ways these big companies are going to go cheap. And maybe Casey has his standards and he's just like, nah, you know what? If I'm going to do this with y'all, we're going to do this right. And don't fuck around and half-ass it. Yeah, it could be very much like that. There's also a lot of licensing and different things that they have to deal with different apparel companies and who gets the rights to make the jerseys for the Raptors. I mean, he is a slam dunk to make the City Edition jerseys one season for the Raptors. Come on, Masai Ujiri. Let Casey Bannerman do our City Edition 1 year, just 1 year, and make them fire. Yes, make them fire. Make them the most best-selling Raptors jersey in the whole history of the history of the Raptors. I'm telling you, let Casey do the City Edition, and even if it's a little, maybe there's a meeting in the middle where it's like, okay, this is a good design, and it's not too crazy. I mean, I've seen some crazy ass designs from Miami Heat, like with letters that look like they kidnapped someone and they're asking for ransom. I've seen all kinds of crazy ass jerseys in this City Edition age, colors that don't belong to teams wearing crazy ass shit. So why can't we let Casey Behrman go wild with the Toronto Raptors City Edition? Come on, I'm pleading with y'all. Come on, MLSC. Let's make this happen. If it's something with the Nike or whoever the apparel company is dealing with the Raptors, y'all get over yourself and let an independent come in and do something nice. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah, I would love to see your Siakam jersey. Ooh, I'm sure it's fire. I'm sure it's fire. You got that one near the end, Forever 43. Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, you got that one that he did to honor Siakam near the end. And that's a beautiful jersey and a perfect jersey for a number one Pascal Siakam fan like Cool Cat. Yeah. Alan Lowry's saying down a boo to Lowry. Why are you saying that to Lowry? What did you do, Alan? What did he do? What did Lowry do to you? Did he bump into you with his butt? I don't know. Alan's saying, can't wait to see Team Canada representing a strong team going to cause lots of problems for Team USA. The more I hear about their camp this week, it just sounded like it was a party. Not that they were goofing off. No. They were working very, very hard. It's just that they really enjoy being around each other. That Team Canada team has chemistry. And there's, people are writing articles about why Team Canada may have a better chance than USA. And it's partly because they're in the middle of those European teams and the Team USA, who really, in some ways, yeah, sure, you can say Team USA is going to have chemistry. Yeah, not on the same level as Canada. Canada has been building their chemistry with the same people, and they upgrade their talent. And honestly, these guys are enjoying playing and practicing this week in the camp for Team Canada. I'm telling you, these guys are serious. And we got specialists. In some ways, listen, USA, you're kind of ambiguous. You got so much talent. You got so many different guys. And I've seen this on the Raptors. When you have so many multi-talented guys, but you don't have defined roles, the baby hits the ground. And when you hear that statement, what does that mean, Lex? You said the baby hits the ground. Yeah, the baby's in the burning building. It's got to get out of the burning building. It's coming out the window because the mom threw it out the window. Well, you got to catch it with the thing. Whoa, the little trampoline-looking catcher thing. Yeah. Well, if nobody's there to catch the baby, it falls and hits the ground, right? Well, that's the thing. There's duties and jobs that have to be done on a basketball court to be a successful winning team. And that's like defense, rebounding, dirty work. And if nobody's going to catch the baby for USA, they ain't going to be successful, is what I must say. I learned this from the Raptors. It's because there was dirty work. There were certain little things that need to be done by the Raptors, but because they were all-around play, so many undefined, completely, all-around players that nobody took care of some of the jobs that were absolutely necessary. Now, I will say that Team Canada has a much more defined role team. Dwight Powell knows what he's coming to do when he goes to Paris. Lou Dort knows what he's coming to do when he goes to Paris. Jamal Murray knows what he's coming to do when he goes to Paris. Now, some of those USA guys, those top-level Hall of Famers that played forever, well, they were like, well, we can do whatever. Okay, that's great. Are you lazy? Are you going to actually do it? That's what I got to ask the Team USA right there. Because Charles Barkley would agree with me what I'm saying right now. If you heard what I was saying right now, he's like, man, the Raptors streak is kind of on fire right now. Because this sounds like the truth as far as who's going to catch the baby. Who's going to fucking catch the baby, Team USA? That's what I have to ask y'all right now. Maybe that's not the best analogy. But yeah. Let's see what else you guys are saying this morning. This is awesome. Let's see. Cool Cat saying Team Canada football squad are in the semifinal. All right, don't do a Mel Bester. Don't do a Mel Bester, Cool Cat. I do not care about this. I know Oren Weisfeld's talking about Copa America. I have no idea what any of this shit is. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care about soccer in the least. So we prevailed despite the refs' terrible officiating. Woo! Sports industry is booming. Yeah, could care less. I know a very, very little bit about TFC. And otherwise, I don't really care about Team Canada soccer. I have too much on my plate with basketball issues. I will never, ever, ever get interested in soccer. So I have nothing to talk about on this. Sorry. You just pulled a Milbester. Trevor's saying, I have a Pascal jersey by Bannerman. So maybe you have the same jersey that Cool Cat got. Because that was right around the same time I raised the alarm on this. I was kind of like on the channel saying, y'all, there's amazing Pascal jersey for Casey Bannerman out just now. Y'all need to go get it. It's limited supplies while they last. You better go get it. And you guys got that awesome Siakam jersey at the end. Infamous is here. Good to see Infamous. Salute, freaks. Great games in the WNBA last night. What a great game between the LA Sparks and Aces and Storm versus Sky. I love that people are waking up and opening their eyes to the WNBA being an entertaining product and enjoying watching it. In some ways, the talent is getting better. The names are getting more illustrious. There's more attention, and it's just at the right time. And bam, all of a sudden, we're going to have a franchise in Toronto, and we're going to help that momentum continue, come snowballing down the mountain like an avalanche. Because when the Great White North steps into the ring of the WNBA, well, we're going to push y'all up. We're going to bump y'all. You're going to bump y'all economically. We're going to bump y'all internationally so y'all have more prestige. And yeah, team in Toronto is going to get supported, and it is going to be a huge success. And the WNBA is building up that momentum right now to get that more coming when the Toronto team starts. So I'm excited about it. WNBA, you are killing it this year. You're breaking all kinds of records for your attendance and your money and everything. And that's what we want to hear right now. That's right. That's right. Awesome stuff. Tom Duke saying Casey Bannerman messed up my order. See, this is what I'm saying. Casey Bannerman messed up his order. Tom's got a gripe. He's got to call the hotline and talk to Casey Bannerman. He messed up my order, and they were so good in making up for it. They let me choose the free jersey, so I have that same SGA jersey too. Casey stuff is fire. Now, Tommy, did he mess it up by giving you a double XL? Because this is way too big for me. This is probably like the size for like a man twice my size. Because it's quite big. I tried to put it on, and I'm like, holy crap. Like, my Scotty jersey is an XL, but this is 2XL. But either way, I don't care. In some ways, I may not wear it very often. I'll wear it for the games, and it might go on the wall at some point, just like the other jerseys from before. But yeah, that's awesome that they had good customer service, and they took care of things when they got it wrong. Because, like, I think this was the wrong jersey is what Tom's saying. It's all good. I love having a Casey Bannerman piece of work, and that is amazing, and I appreciate Tom for it. I really do. Trevor's saying it was like a playoff game. What was like a playoff game? What was like a play? Oh, the WNBA games? That's cool. Tom's saying, I have a Christmas sweater with the number 4 on it. It's so cool. Okay, so you got a Christmas sweater from him that's like a Scotty sweater? That's pretty cool. Nago saying, most valuable jersey I have is a Matt Sundin jersey. Doesn't fit anymore. Sorry for not being Raptors related. Now, is that is not a Casey Bannerman. You just have a Matt Sundin jersey, Gerald? That's pretty cool. I mean, I'll take that because that's a player that played at the arena when I worked there. So it is what it is, Gerald. If you had more classic Raptor stuff, that'd be awesome. But, we can't all be Monique and Evelyn. They have a lot of classic Raptor stuff, like crazy. I do too, actually, hanging around here. But Nako, that's cool. Matt Sundin was cool. He's a great Leaf. I actually have a lot of respect for Matt Sundin. I like him. Tom's saying, let's go Raptors in Canada. I'm with that. Cool Cat saying, I love his artistic eye. His stuff gets sold out fast. Can't take too long thinking about it. That's right. Don't delay. Like I said, this stuff is hotcakes. And you want to get it, well, because if you don't get it, there's only a few. And, down the road, we'll see. We'll see. Like in 50 years from now, people are like, oh, that's a Casey Bannerman circa 2020. Oh, my gosh. That's just so great. Antiques Roadshow. They're like, oh, you can tell the fine craftsmanship of a craftsman like Bannerman with that great jersey. That shit kind of shit is going to be happening in like 50 years. He's like, they only made 100 of these. Shit like that. The expert on PBS will be knowing all about the lineage and the stuff of Casey Bannerman's work. There you go. So I'm saying, right? It's art. Yeah, we can say that. He's an artist. He's an artiste. That's right. That's right. Art you can wear. There you go, Tommy. I like that. Isaac Campbell's here. Good to see Isaac Campbell, the benevolent one, holding it down in the nation's capital of Ottawa. We love Isaac Campbell. He's so benevolent, especially with the marijuana cigarettes. That's right. Last night, I spotted someone on Bank Street wearing the SGA Bannerman jersey. Tom, got you. I looked back to make sure it wasn't you or even Tom. So you thought I was running around in Ottawa because somebody was wearing this jersey in Ottawa. That's right. Team Canada hype is coming up, and people want to represent because we're going to the Olympics. So, yeah, you better get your Team Canada jersey stuff to get ready for the Olympics. Get your SGA number 2 and get ready to cheer that man on to getting a goal. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah. Tommy's laughing at Isaac's story. He almost thought it was me. Kareem is here. Full ass. A complete crap. Yes, I have over 15 Broncos jerseys. But my two favorites are Carter white purple pinstripe and McGrady purple black pinstripe. So he's going old school with those old dinosaur jerseys from around the turn of the century. That's right. We're getting real old here, talking Antiques Roadshow and the turn of the century. So Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady jerseys. Very cool. Very, very cool. You know, if I really have to think about my jerseys, I really do love my Scotty Barnes jersey, my red Scotty Barnes jersey. But, you know, if I really talk about what my favorite jersey is of all time that I got, is my Alvin Williams authentic Raptors jersey that's signed by Alvin Williams. And it's like not a plastic one. It's a real one with the stitchings and stuff. You saw it on this wall when I was doing my show. That's probably my favorite one because Alvin's like really is one of my favorite Raptors of all time. And getting to meet him a few times and getting him to sign that jersey, woo, that's a badass jersey. Not a replica, a real Raptors jersey with Alvin Williams' signature on it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a purple and black back. Purple front, black back, Vince Carter era jersey. Yeah. Talking about jerseys here. Cowboys here. Let's see what he's got to say today, Bradley. Good morning, Lex, Dap, and the Raptor Freaks. If you ever feel down, just watch the Raptors draft. It'll make you feel better. Let's grow. That's boring, though. And I don't want to hear all the goofy comments from the commentators that are sitting in there for ESPN and stuff. I don't want to listen to them. So, no, I won't watch it. Maybe I'll get the sheet or I'll look at it on the website and I'll look at it. Now, ooh, Ulrich Comshay, Jonathan Mobo, you know, that kind of stuff. No, forget about that. Don't even watch the draft. Wait till Summer League next week. Cowboy, it's coming quick. 1 week away. Let's go. Let's grow. That's right. Cowboy saying, or Cool Cat is saying, competition for WNBA Rookie of the Year is great between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Chi-Town Barbie, career high, 27 points. And her 12th double-double is with Candace Parker in WNBA history. That is fantastic and amazing for a rookie to do that. Muggsy coming out recently. Muggsy Bogues, great Raptor, great Hornet. Celebrating Angel Reese for being from Baltimore, saying that he's just built different if you're from Baltimore. And she is making him proud. So Muggsy Bogues, Raptors alumni, very, very proud of hometown hero Angel Reese and her accolades and accomplishments so far this season in her rookie year. So, yeah, good stuff happening down there. And you're right. In some ways, this is so Magic and Larry. So Magic and Larry. And this is if the WNBA is at that stage of growth as an association, just like the NBA was around that time when Magic and Larry, look out, they're about to go into their boom period, like the 80s for the NBA. That's right. That's what we're talking about. Fiercely saying, good morning, fam, and happy Saturday. Fiercely saw Sarah hold it down. Not sure if she's still out west in Alberta or if she's back here in Ontario in the Ottawa region also. Fiercely, always a good morning to see you. One of my favorites. Fiercely saw Sarah, the eye candy. That's right. That's the new nickname, apparently. And Nako saying, Bronny's heaven is off the bench. True. Bronny's heaven? You can call it heaven? I've never heard people call it hell. You mean ceiling, right? Bronny's ceiling is off the bench. Drew Holiday. Bronny's hell is, Brian's floor. Bronny's floor is Taiwan beer or leopards. All right, Gerald. Even though it's awkward with the heaven and the hell crap, I'm going to give you a dunk because it is kind of funny what you said. But, let me break this down real quick. I think that what's going to happen is there's certain players that even though they probably don't need to be in the NBA, they get saved and protected, and they hang around for way longer than probably should. I think about somebody like Jack Haley. Back in the day, the only reason why Jack Haley hung around in the league is because of Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman loved Jack Haley. Jack Haley is one of his best friends. Well, in some ways, he was Dennis's caddy. We can think about Thomas right now, really, like with the Bucks and the Compto brother. You know, in some ways, Bronny is going to get that kind of protection, just like Thomas. That Thomas ain't going to get gone from the Bucks. No, they got to keep Giannis happy. So in some ways, Bronny is that kind of guy. I don't know. Are superstars in this league all of a sudden just going to start having like pet project players that are like their brother or their son or their best friend? I mean, I could even say that about our team. But I think that Jonathan deserves to be on our team for sure. But it's going to be amazing to see just how protected Bronny is by the NBA establishment and media, even though he sucks. It's going to be one of these weird things where you're going to see the truth in front of you with your own two eyes, and the media is going to be telling you lies to your face, and you're going to be able to be like, yeah, you're lying. You are lying. I already feel it, that they're lying like crazy and propping him up, making a myth about him. And the truth that happens on the court will just be evident, and nobody will, it'll be like, wow. So it'll be right in front of everybody's face, because they'll be so desperate to make this take and to have this whole thing like, oh, Bronny's just one of the best young players in the league and stuff like coming in. But it won't be like that. And everybody will be able to plainly see it. And that's the scary thing about it, is like, well, are they going to still continue to tell us the lie over and over again, even though we see them lying to us blatantly about how good Bronny is? Seriously, that's coming, guys. You're going to see that. It's going to be very interesting. Infamous saying, when did start using Summer League to judge how good a player is going to be? Look how many players had horrible Summer League games and end up being great. I didn't say anything about judging people from Summer League. I'm just excited about coming to see these players and getting our first introduction. I agree with you, Infamous. Summer League don't mean jack shit, but it is cool to see the player play and compete and see the first chance to see them in the jersey for the team. And Jacoby Walter is somebody I'm very excited about seeing how he's going to do at Summer League and how excellent he could be. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, you're right. There could be people that have very bad Summer Leagues, but they have really good rookie years. And there could be vice versa. There could be somebody who has a really amazing Summer League. They're the MVP, and they don't do jack shit in the whole year in the NBA. So it's true. Summer League, just like preseason, don't mean shit. But it is the start for the young players to get a taste of what the NBA machine is like. And it's very essential in some ways. Plus, they got to go against their peer competition before they start playing against the vets. So it's good to see these guys, how they do against their peers right away. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Kareem saying, Caitlin is averaging 4 more points than Reese, but Reese averages more rebounds. They basically cross each other out. Whatever the NBA covets more when it comes to Rookie of the Year. Well, how did they handle it back in the day? Who won that Rookie of the Year between those guys? Yeah, let me go look. Who won that Rookie? I don't even remember. This is really bad. Who won Rookie of the Year? Rookie of the Year. I think it was Magic won it, right? Bird or Magic? Magic did. Magic won the Rookie of the Year. And okay. Oh, wait. No, Larry won. Larry won the Rookie of the Year. Well, this is what I was saying. Maybe they'll do a Rookie of the Year thing. They've done this in the NBA. They could have both of them win Rookie of the Year. I thought in some ways they might do that with Wemby and Holmgren last season, but they didn't. They straight up gave it to Wemby, which was right. Honestly, it was right. But I could see them doing co-rookies of the year. If they're too in the right same place, Kareem, I could see that. I could see that happening. Cowboys saying, I just found out yesterday that the Raptors gave Memphis $1 million for Ulrich Kalmshay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lex. Well spent, massive. Yeah, all they did was give them money. They didn't trade them picks. They gave them money. I didn't hear the exact money, but if it's just $1 million, hey, hello, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Kalmshay's going to be something else. In some ways, we just paid $1 million to have a Giannis type talent possibly in our team. So that is money well spent. That's right. Well spent. Yeah, Tommy's got Kalmshay on blast in our chat. There he is. There's his head in there. There's Cowboy in the Skillet and Masai. Love it. Tommy's saying, with the 57th pick, Toronto selected Ulrich Kalmshay from the NBA Academy Africa following a trade to acquire the pick from the Memphis Grizzlies via the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, yeah. So, in some ways, people were trying to say that Memphis still had him. They didn't realize he was actually traded to us for cash. So there's some websites showing Kalmshay on the Grizzlies still. But that's just the shade towards us and not keeping current and being like, well, we don't care. It's Toronto. We don't care what their current state is. So we'll just put misinformation that's wrong. So, but Kalmshay is a Raptor. And some people may not truly realize that yet, because in some ways they're not paying attention. And that's just the damn truth. Cool Cat saying, oops, sorry, Lex. I thought you checked out time to time to see what Team Canada is doing for all sports. Nope. Only basketball. We only cover basketball on this channel. No, I'm not interested in any soccer. There's so much levels of basketball at this point. And, even doing the unders for the men's and women's, I don't do anything with that. I should, but, Trevor's coming in and giving me scores and telling me what's going on. I can't cover that. It's just too much work. In some ways, I have such tunnel vision and blind spot for just the Raptors in the NBA and just for basketball in Canada, not hockey, not baseball, not soccer. I don't watch any other sports at this point. For me to be able to be the Raptors freak and be so freakishly focused on the Raptors and what I do, I have tunnel vision. And I'm only looking at the targets and the subjects that I cover on this channel. And WNBA is going to be adding a whole other level of work on my schedule, especially in the summer, which I'll look forward to because it'll be interesting to do Toronto WNBA previews and reactions to those games. But, I can't. 905, crazy amount of work with that too. Watching all the Raptor games, all the 905 games, all the WNBA games. No, I ain't watching no soccer. I ain't interested. And maybe it's interesting to some other people, general sports fans, but I ain't going to talk about it because I have no knowledge of it. I have no idea what's going on with Copa America. I have no idea who Copa America is. Is it America or is it some country that's like in South America? I have fucking no idea. I don't care. I really don't care. It's all good, Cool Cat. Team Canada as well and other places. Awesome. I'm for that. I'm okay for that. Kareem saying, I know I got to be thankful for all I got, but God definitely put Trevor above me. Laugh out loud. How you get tickets to all the Raps? Hang on. It jumped. Raps games. Good for you. And blessings, my brother, for the inspired quotes in the morning. Well, that's easy, Kareem. Seriously, to get tickets to all the Summer League games is very easy. You just have to be there. In some ways, the Raptors Summer League games have been half empty. Seriously. So he could probably go down there and get a ticket to every single one of them because in some ways they're not a hot ticket. Think about it that way. The people are going to be trying to go to that Team USA, Team Canada game. Now, can he get a ticket to that? That's what I would ask Trevor J. Can you get a ticket to Wednesday's game instead of those games next week? That may be way more impossible to get a Team USA, Team Canada ticket. But getting the Summer League tickets, easy, very easy. And they're cheap too, I'll bet, also, Kareem. So not to blow Trevor's high-flying, jet-profiling Ric Flair lifestyle, but I'll tell you right now, it's very easy to get those tickets. It's probably like getting 905 tickets. And, not as much of a demand. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah. But, yeah, all right, let's do Leo's life tip real quick since we're talking about his great advice that Trevor just gave. He's saying this is what Leo's life tip is today. Don't use your energy to worry. Use your energy to believe, create, trust, grow, and heal. I love this. It was a new moon yesterday. Set your intentions for the next month. And my intentions are to use my energy to believe, create, trust, grow, and heal. Seriously, I could get all worked up and worried about the state of affairs in the world, but why bother? Why bother? That's not going to help anything. It's just going to hurt me. So I'm going to focus on what I can control, and I'm going to focus on creating and growing and healing. And that is the way to be. Thank you, Leo, for your life tips. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Alan Tam's 12-man roster for Canada for the Olympics is SGA, Murray, Brooks, Barrett, Powell, Olympic, Dort, Nickel, Nebhard, Lyles, Ejim, and Birch. And the extras are the Scrub Brothers and Trey Bell-Haynes. That sounds about right there. That is sounding like that's going to be the final roster. Maybe Cabangeli is the alternate instead of one of the scrubs, the lesser scrub. Yeah, I could see this. Right here. Alan Tam, I think you finally got it right. You've been coming in here for a couple months, dropping your 12-man roster for Team Canada. I think you finally got it right. And part of that is just this sussing out what happened with Wiggins, Edey, and Brissett. So now, yeah, I like this. I like this team. I like where it's at. Some people may be upset about Melvin Ejim and Kem Birch being on there because they're not NBA players. Well, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Seriously. Kem Birch has been in the NBA, and in fact, he probably could be signed to an NBA team for the season coming up when y'all see how he plays coming up. That's right. Trevor J saying I had purchased 20 of them for all my friends. So that's once again, Trevor is in a pool where they put their money together and they go as a group because in some ways his work is a contingency of people he works with that travel all over the place. And he goes to a lot of these games with a group. He brings them down there, like 20 to 50 people. And he brings in Raptors fans into hostile visitor arenas, like other teams' arenas. So that's awesome. It's so awesome what Trevor does. Cool Cat saying Summer League series starts today. The California League starts at 4 p.m. today. There you go. All right. You can check out some of the rookies in the Summer League starting up early. And we don't start until next Saturday for us. Yeah. Kareem's saying, Trevor, we have family. We family too, homie. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Kareem and I are like, well, Trevor, if you come to Toronto this fall, come and see us. We want to go with you, man. He's like, all right, I'll take care of Lex. But all y'all got to understand, I'm not buying everybody's ticket when I take everybody to the game. We put the pool in the money, y'all. So it's not like Trevor's extremely rich. He is probably very wealthy. I'm not trying to denigrate him or anything, but it's not like when he's bringing all these people to the game, they're paying for their tickets also, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. And he doesn't have to buy my ticket when he comes here. But I do want to go to a game with you, Trevor. And it'd be really fun if we could get more of the Raptor Freaks to come as a group with you also. And we could go as a group from the channel. That would be so fun. That would be so fun. I really do want to meet you when you come to Toronto this fall. Seriously, at least have that happen. Have a Raptor Freak hangout with Trevor J, Commissioner of Fun, in person. That would be an amazing event. I'll be all about that. Tommy's saying, put it on the wall for Paris. No, I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it when they're playing. I'm going to wear this jersey while they're playing. And it'll definitely be, it may be in the backdrop for going in the future, in the backdrop in the studio as I build the back wall with what's going to be on it. The 2 jersey for SGA may be there at some point. Yeah, there you go. Nako saying, I have a plush purple dinosaur somewhere. Man, some of the really early Raptors stuff is probably going to be worth something. Some of the stuff from the very, very early days. I have a Damon Stoudemire basketball. It's purple and black from Canada. It's Canadian Tire that I got in like 1996 or something like that. And it's flat, but it's still a Damon Stoudemire basketball, the rookie of the year from our first season as a team. And in some ways, that kind of stuff, who knows? Collectibles, they go up in price. Collectibles go up in price is what I'm saying. If they're rare and in good shape and have been aged. Cowboys say, let's go Raptors. Let's go Team Canada. Got to go, everyone. Have a safe day later, Raptor Freak family. That's right. Bradley's working. He is Tada Cleaning Services, 647-833-6844. If you need help with something, Canadian Cowboy can come to you. So just call him, and he'll give you a free quote. He does all kinds of stuff. He's a handyman, and he'll also do big-time cleanup jobs that you don't want to handle. So, yeah, Tada, 647-833-6844. Ta-da! Trevor's saying, Lex, we'll call a friend who works for media in Vegas to get me a media pass. You do that. Seriously, Trevor, use your connections and figure it out, my guy. I want to see a picture of you with somebody cool on the Raptors. That's right. I want to see that, Trevor. Kareem saying, you guys know why my YouTube name is what it is, but why y'all keep calling Fiercey Eye Candy? Is she a man-eater? So if so, I'll let her win the fantasy matchup this week. A little confusing. I don't know how that happened. At some point, Cowboy and Seymour started calling her Eye Candy. I think that Seymour's flirting with her. In some ways, he was maybe trying to draw her from Edmonton down to Calgary in her recent trip. I have no idea. Either way, she's flattered. She's not upset about it, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, if I'm playing Chuck Woolery 2-2, love connection on here at some point, hey, people find love in all kinds of weird places. Why not on the Raptor Freak channel? I don't know. Who knows what the future holds for Mr. Pape and Miss Salsera? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. Full ass. That's what I got to say right there. Infamous saying, I completely disagree. Members are going to go harder at him because the LeBron's son. Remember how they treated the Ball brothers? Yeah, I agree with this. Like Bronny, I'm talking about the NBA media machine will protect him and talk hype up. Like ESPN will say all kind things and positive things. As much as they nag the Raptors in Canada and stuff like that, they're gonna build up and like build a whole bunch of hype that isn't actually real for Bronny. Now, what Infamous is talking about is exciting because some people are already posting on Twitter, who's going to be the first person that's going to talk trash to Bronny about being there? Yeah, it's our guy on Team Canada, Bill and Dylan. Yeah, because we already know the animosity between LeBron and Dylan Brooks. And I can just imagine like Dylan Brooks coming out there and doing his stare. Yeah, we know about his pregame stare. When he comes and he stands and he just stares across the court like for like a couple minutes. He did that shit the last time he came to Toronto on Houston. I went to the game when Fred returned. He didn't play because he was hurt. And the Raptors won this game. and Dylan stood at the other end of the court, and I was down on the basket across from him. I stared at him back. I had to stare down with Dylan Brooks myself. That was something I want to check off on my bucket list, by the way. I just stared at him. I didn't blink. I just stared right back at him. I want to gaze at him for 5 minutes, just like that, from across the court, even though stupid referees were doing their warm-ups running in front of us. But yeah, you haven't lived until you tried to take the Dylan Brooks stare down from the beginning of the game. It's fun. I was like, are you going to blink first? I'm not going to blink myself. I'm going to stare right at you. And I was like kind of smiling. I had a hard time because I want to crack up because it's like so ridiculous. But Dylan's like staring. He's absolutely not cracking up. He's very serious. He's just like, yeah, it's awesome. He's going to do that to Bronny. And I can only imagine what Dylan Brooks is going to say to Bronny James the first time he plays him. Yeah. Alan Tam's got the squirt gun. All right, there you go. Victor J, Philly Nation's here. Good to see the Sixers Nation represented by Victor J in here. No Bird won Rookie of the Year. Magic won Finals MVP. That's right. See, it's so long ago. So that's what I'm saying. So Bird won that Rookie of the Year, but Magic had the last laugh because his team won the championship. So yeah, okay, that's right. That's the history and how it went down. I'm sorry to remember now. It's been a long time. I don't know how they'll do it with Reese and Clark. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll have to do with which one of those two teams, Chicago or Indiana, has the better record or the better postseason kind of stuff going on. You know, if the pace, the Fever are not playing, they're not playing very well. Their record's not very good, and the Sky have a better record. That could factor into Reese getting the Rookie of the Year. That's what I could say right there. Victor's saying Caitlin is shooting a poor percentage in a lot of games and has almost 50 turnovers more than any other player. She is definitely going through rookie growing pains. So see, Victor J is giving a case for why Angel Reese may be that person. I mean, in some ways, you got to reward this double-double excellence that Angel Reese is going on right now. Yeah, very good to see you, Victor J. Appreciate your patronage this morning. Infamous is saying Angel, without a doubt, deserves the Rookie of the Year so far. Her game is not pleasing to the eye, but she does more on the court on both ends. Well, that's what I'm saying. If she's going to be putting in that work and doing it the right way, hey, I have no problem with Angel Reese being the Rookie of the Year for the WNBA. Because in some ways, yeah, the rebounds is what's interesting to me. Getting double-double rebounds in the WNBA as a rookie is not easy. Because once again, we're talking about youngsters coming in the league. They're getting welcome to the WNBA and welcome the NBA moments. Well, nobody wants to let Angel Reese get double-doubles. Some people trying to stop her, and she's still getting them? Okay, she's good. She's good. That's right. Tom's saying Caitlin's defense is criticized heavily. Yeah. Well, people are going to try and pick her apart from whatever. These two young ladies have a lot of a microscope on them. And this is just the way it is in the NBA. They're going to pick apart RJ Barrett in New York for every little thing. Of course, they're going to pick apart Caitlin Clark, the most hyped up player this year in the WNBA. Of course, they're going to pick her apart. The enemies of the Indiana Fever and the people that just do not like her are going to do this. Oh, yeah, they're going to do it. Victor J saying Angel made 2 threes last night. If she keeps working on that shot, she's going to be a real force. Yeah, the rookie class this year in the WNBA are badasses. It's too bad Brink got hurt for the season because she was amazing too. Yeah, there's a lot of good players coming up in women's basketball, and we're seeing it now. It's very, very cool. G saying Clark has a lot of responsibility of feeding her team and trying to score. She is top 3 in assists in the league, so her turnovers make sense as a rookie. She also has 16 blocks as a guard. That's fantastic stat stuff, G. That's fantastic. You know, high usage, high having the ball in your hands, rookie inexperience. Yeah, high turnovers. I love that's crazy. She has 16 blocks as a guard. And just this little bit of time, you know, they don't play a whole bunch of games in the WNBA. So 16 blocks is a big deal at point guard. There's a very, very big deal right there. Yeah, they're both great, different positions and styles. Well, we'll just have to see how they suss this out. I appreciate Smooth Brown Man re-upping as a member of this channel. I appreciate you, Smooth. Let's see. Tom saying this is Masai's birthday weekend. I wonder how he celebrates. Bobby hanging out with Andrew Schultz made me think about how fun their schedules would be, kind of like Trevor's. Yeah, I don't even know that Andrew Schultz guy is. In some ways, people are telling me he's an influencer, he's a comedian or something like that. He seems like one of these guys that's like teaching guys how to pick up women. I don't know. I don't know who that guy is. Some people are making a big deal out of Bobby Webster being friends with him. Well, I looked into it, and they're just friends from college. And, well, Andrew's come to Toronto to do shows, and Bobby Webster gave him a Raptors jersey, and he's come to Raptors games also. but I think they're just college friends, and that's all it is. So they do have a background of friendship from back in the day, but I don't know who that Andrew guy is. I don't know if he's cool or not. In some ways, I haven't heard his opinions of what he talks about. In some ways, I'm not that interested, honestly. No time. I have no time. I got to do stuff out there and cover the Raptors, and that's all. I don't have no time to watch comedy with Andrew Scholes. Yeah, let's see. Tom Duke's saying, I bet they wear a Casey Bannerman art. Yeah, who? Who? I don't know. It is Masai's birthday this weekend, and I wish him all the best birthday in the world. Seriously, Tommy. Yeah. Let's see. Trevor's saying, I purchased 20 of those jerseys for me and my friends. Let me correct. Oh, that's right. I remember when he did this. Trevor bought like 20 Siakam Forever 43 jerseys, and he gave them to all of his friends that he works with. That is a very nice coworker. So maybe he bought those and gave them to them. They didn't buy those. I was talking about the ticket pool when I was saying what I was saying earlier. Yeah, Victor Shane, Raptor Street. What would you change with my all-time top 5 Raptors starting lineup? Lowry, Vince, Kawhi, Bosh, and Valanciunas. Well, I changed 3 of them for sure. I changed 3 of them. I go ahead and all right. All right. Lowry's fine. I'd actually change 4 of them. Lowry's the only one that's fine on that list to me. He's the only one that's fine. All right. If you want me to change that list, I'll put Lowry, DeRozan, Siakam, Scotty, and why not? Just go with Gasol. Yeah. Why not? That's who I want. Lowry, DeRozan, Siakam, and Barnes, and Gasol. That's the 5 I want right there. Yeah, those are my 5 favorites at those positions. I think from the history of the Raptors. Yeah, I don't put those other guys in there. DeRozan's still on my list, even though he did this video recently. Until further notice. Now, I could switch him out and put Freddie in there and play that old backcourt of Fred and Kyle that everybody wasn't that impressed with. But either way, Smooth saying that Caleb Martin has gone to the Sixers per Woj. There you go, Victor J. Breaking news for you. Caleb Martin of the Miami Heat is switching teams to go come play for Nick Nurse. There you go. Dap from David. He's checking in. So that means it's time for the classic card of the day, guys. Commissioner of Trivia, David Saborin is adjudicating the game, and Trevor J has funded it as far as sending me the cards for the classic card of the day. Let's get the card. I will look at it. I will check and see who it is. Okay, very good. And the time for David is 10:15. That is his check-in. So we'll go ahead and bring the card up. The first person to write the name fully and correctly will get the points from Judge David. So yeah, here it is. And this may be not the easiest one in the world. Let's see. It's a little bit of a shiny back, so it may be reflective. And it's also, not the best position. Obviously, once again, sometimes the position of the player on the card determines whether it's easy or not, whether you can see their face correctly or not. This guy is actually kind of important for recently. There's a little hint right there. This guy's kind of important from recent news. In an indirect way. I could tell you why after you get it. But yeah, go ahead and try and figure it out. No guesses so far? No guesses so far. I see Smooth just made a comment, so he might have to wait a little bit before he gets his guess in. And if nobody's understanding who this is, I would show you the back, but it's going to give away the card. Kay Johnson, that is really half-assing it. That may be the most half-assed answer I've ever seen. Kay Johnson, Keyshawn Johnson, Keldon Johnson. Who are you talking about, Victor J? You half-assed it. You got to write the full name out. And Kay Johnson, that could mean so many different people in today's day. Yes, beyond half-ass. I mean, seriously. Because like Johnson is such a common name. And you don't even give me the front name. I don't know. You mean. Who is that? It is not Kay Johnson. That is not correct in any way. And honestly, seriously, full name it. Full name it. I'm glad you're participating, though, Victor. Anthony Carter's right. Bryce Lawson is on it. That is the father of Devin Carter, who just got recently drafted in the NBA draft. Anthony Carter, Miami Heat, and many other teams. There he is on the back. Good job, Bryce Lawson. K-Tuck getting it this time from Atlanta, Georgia. Anthony Carter. And David is giving you 100 points, Bryce, for getting it. There you go. Shiny Anthony Carter card. Yeah, there you go. Good job. And no, it's not Kendrick Nunn, Isaac. Good guess, though. Good guess. Yeah. All right, here we go. We got to go back to 10, something where David is 10. La 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 la. Where's David? David is right there. All right, Carlos here. Good to see Carlo. Philippines lost again. Bruno's Brazil team in the semis if Latvia qualifiers. Okay. Let me go look at the games for today because this is the important stuff. This is the semifinals. There's 4 teams in each group that have the chance to get to the Olympics. And depending on who wins today, will go to the finals. And the one team between those 2 teams will get there. So I'm going to look at the 4 teams in each of the 4 qualifiers around the globe right now for basketball Olympic qualifying. Just so people know, basketball is what I'm talking about. In Greece. Greece will play Slovenia. We have the Giannis-Luka matchup, which is absolutely amazing today. So you want to must-watch basketball today, it might be that matchup right there, Greece versus Slovenia, Luka versus Giannis. Only one of them will go forward in their Olympic quest, and one of them will be eliminated today. That's pretty cool. The other side of the bracket is Dominican Republic versus Croatia. And I think it's likely Croatia will win that one and play the winner of the other game today. I'm going to say my favorite is Greece right now. And then it'll be Greece versus Croatia. And depending on what happens, well, it's wide open. Any of those 3 teams could win. I won't count out completely Dominican because they do have some power. But, man, it's going to be tough for them to get through that group. In the second group, in Latvia, we've got Brazil versus Philippines. And this is the game that Carlo's talking about. This is a very important game for Philippines. Brazil has shown weakness recently, so it's doable for Philippines. I actually say it's doable that they could beat Brazil, but this is not easy, and it could go either way, honestly. Cameroon will play Latvia, and this is very cool that Cameroon got to this stage of the semifinals and the qualifiers without any of the NBA guys playing for them. That's right. They don't have Pascal. They don't have Joel Embiid because he's a turncoat. They don't have any of the Cameroonian guys that have come up. They don't have Ulrich Kamshay. So in some ways, if they upset Latvia, well, if Siakam shows up for the Olympics, that would be amazing. But I would say this right now, that group is the weakest group out of the 4. And it is likely Latvia will be the team that goes to the Olympics. But there's an outside chance that it is either Philippines or Cameroon or Brazil. That's what I would say on that group. Puerto Rico, we got Italy versus Lithuania. Lithuania should destroy Italy today. Puerto Rico against Mexico. It should be Puerto Rico, the host team, winning that one. But I will say Lithuania is a lock probably to win this qualifying spot to go to the Olympics. I don't see the 3 teams other than Lithuania in this group getting past Lithuania. Yeah. And then the Spanish group, Bahamas versus Lebanon. It's probably going to be Bahamas with DeAndre Ayton and Buddy Hield beating Lebanon. And then Spain will beat Finland probably. And then it'll be Spain versus Bahamas. And that'll be a good matchup. But I think Spain will prevail. I think that it just doesn't make sense that Spain wouldn't be at the Olympics in France, considering what Spain is in the whole world scheme of things. So I say Lithuania, Spain, Latvia, and I have no idea in the Greece one. In some ways, it may be determined by the game today between Giannis and Luka. So that's where we're at with all this. Now, I think Spain will be in our group if they get through. And I think that the other team that will get through and be in our group might be Latvia. So you may have to correct me, but 2 of these teams that qualify will be in the group with Canada and Australia, just so you all know. So there's a little catch up on the qualifying tournament for the Olympics that's going on today. Definitely check out that Luka versus Giannis game if you can. Yeah. Victor's saying, awesome, Smooth Brown Man. I just checked. Great pickup for us now. We just need some more size and we'll be good to go. Yeah, Caleb Martin's a scrappy player. He's very much a heat culture kind of player. And he's definitely a kind of player that Nick Nurse enjoys to coach. Yeah, so it's a nice fit for you guys. I'm actually surprised because I knew that Miami Heat really valued Caleb Martin, but I guess, things have to change and shifting around your salary cap and your roster. And that's just how it goes right there. Yeah. David's saying Caitlin had 50 more turnovers because none of her teammates can catch her damn passes. David, wow, so blunt. Let's see. It was like Scotty last year, 3 turnovers a night because his teammates couldn't catch the damn passes, dimes. Well, this is what I'll say once again, is don't blame the teammates for not being fast enough to understand the game as fast as Caitlin Clark and Scotty Barnes. This is their fault. They need to understand the capabilities of their teammates and get it to them on a silver platter. I never, ever stood up for Scotty when that kind of shit was happening and blamed the teammates. I blamed Scott for passing it when guys weren't ready. Now, no looks and all that flashy stuff is only good if you've established that connection and chemistry that you can trust that your teammate is ready for it. And there was some learning curve with young Scotty as far as you can't just bullet pass this to somebody if they're not ready for you. So in some ways, this is the same thing with Caitlin Clark. We can blame the teammates for not being talented enough to see the floor and understand the game as fast as Barnes and Clark. But in some ways, they're so good and they're so smart, they need to understand how much their teammates can handle. Magic Johnson, as a rookie, understood how to deliver things on a silver platter so that people could handle the pass and get it done. This takes time. Scotty's done a very much better job since his rookie year with not having this happen. And in some ways, this is a signifier of a rookie when Barnes and Clark had this happening. Yeah, that's what I would say about that. Carlos saying, well, Webster and Schultz are college friends. Yeah, there it is right there. Tommy's saying he's just funny, comedian mainly. I have never heard of him. I guess I'm old. In some ways, at a certain point, you stop taking in new people as celebrities. And I'm just like, this guy's a nobody. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. It's just that kind of way. I guess I'm uncool. I'm out of touch. I'm a middle-aged grump. And in some ways, I'm not cool enough to know who Andrew Schultz is, honestly. Tom said, I didn't know who Schultz was before I saw that post in the Raptor Freak chat either. Laugh out loud. See, Tommy didn't know who he is either. See, he looks like I've seen him on some sort of alpha manhood show. It's like, this is how you pick up girls or something like that. If he's not that guy, he just looks like those kind of guys. I don't know. In some ways, yeah. I have no idea who that is. Let's see. Smooth saying, there's talk of the Kings Bulls needing a third team involved in the DeMar DeRozan trade due to the Bulls not wanting to take on long-term contracts. Perhaps the Raptors could be that third team. Only if it makes sense. In some ways, we don't want to get involved just because to facilitate, to help. In some ways, people are trying to make us the third team in the Kevin Durant sweepstakes or the Dame Lillard sweepstakes last summer. I'm not about this. If it doesn't make sense for us, we're not getting something that makes sense or betters us, then we don't need to do anything to help two teams just make a deal done. It's interesting that the team in California that is rumored most strongly in the last 24 hours is the Kings picking up DeRozan at this point and not one of the LA teams. So I don't want to help them. I don't care about this. In some ways, I don't care about this a lot more in just the last 2 days than I did 3 days ago. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, let's just see. No. All right, I jumped ahead. Let's make sure we don't miss any comments. Full ass is saying stop half-assing Victor. All right, you guys are funny. Yeah, let's see. Bryce is saying, good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. I've been listening and haven't checked in yet. There you go, Bryce. Well, you won the classic card of the day, so you're obviously doing something, my guy, Anthony Carter. Good job. This is a nice card. If anybody's an Anthony Carter fan, you can get this Panini rookie card or whatever it is. Really nice at the next Raptor Freak Hangout. It'll be in the box, and it is available for free to any Raptor Freaks who come and hang out. Let's see. Victor's saying, sorry, I Googled random best 25 Heat player, and it just said K. Johnson. Well, obviously, I guess Google doesn't think Anthony Carter is the best 25 Miami Heat player. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So Victor admitting that he did the Google search. That's funny. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm gonna give you a dunk, Victor, because you're funny, man. And I love that you're a humble guy, and I appreciate you coming in here and just having fun with us. Even you're Sixers Nation. We like to have good relations. You got the Emmanuel Quickly 5. There you go. I don't know. I should say I shouldn't say Raptors. I should say Sixers when I do that for you. Let's see. Smooth saying Kings DeMar, Bruce Brown to the Bulls, and the Raptors get Harrison Barnes. Okay. I see what you proposed here. I mean, does it really shift the money around the right way for the teams already involved in this to do what they want to do by doing this deal? Because it sounds like Bruce Brown could be comparable. I mean, I guess DeMar and Harrison may make more than Bruce Brown, so maybe it does cut costs for the Bulls, which is part of the whole reason why they want to do this. The Kings straight up just want DeMar DeRozan, and we're willing to eat into our salary cap just a little bit more for another player named Barnes, who actually Scotty has a lot of respect for. He's talked about Harrison Barnes on his Twitch in the past. I've heard him talk about him. He said when he played the Kings 1 year, I think it was after his rookie year, because that's when we were watching him on Twitch. He said, you guys, low key on the down low, Harrison Barnes is like a really good NBA player, guys. Like when I was out there playing against him and the Kings, I could not stop him. That's Scotty's own words. So he has a respect for Harrison. So I'm not against this. If this is what gets finagled, as long as we're getting what we deserve in the whole thing, and maybe if they can fleece them a little bit just because they need our help to make the deal facilitated, I'm all for it, Masai. If this is a switch around that you're going to do, I find a lot of value in Harrison Barnes and his ability, and he'd be an interesting piece to be around. In some ways, I value him more than I value Paul George. Does that sound crazy? Maybe to some people, but not to me. Let's see. Isaac's saying Team Canada jerseys dropped. So the official ones are out on the day we're celebrating Casey Bannerman and his awesome Team Canada jerseys. They're going to come out with the real Team Canada jerseys, the ones that are on there. Casey's telling people just because they're not working with me and they're not using my jerseys, don't boycott them. Don't be dissing Team Canada for this. In some ways, y'all support Team Canada, buy their jerseys also. But, I understand and I appreciate your loyalty to me that you would want to do this, is what he's been saying. Because fans have been talking a lot about the jerseys and stuff. And Casey is somebody who's involved in talking about that. Paul B's here, holding it down in the great state of Wisconsin, holding it down for us in Bucks territory as a Raptor freak. How do you think Walter will get used this year? Any expectations for him? Yeah. I think best case scenario, he's going to be starting for us at the 2, and he's going to be amazing. And he won't ever be in question why he's starting. In some ways, it could be a little bit of a debate this season in Raptors places about Grady versus Jacoby. It could be similar to some of the stuff that happens with Gary in the last couple of years, where Gary should be starting, Grady should be starting over Jacoby. I don't know who's going to start. It could be Grady's starting job to lose to Jacoby if he comes up and gets him, or Darko may be like, Jacoby, you're so good, you're going to start right away. That's how it could be right there, Paul. I have no idea. In some ways, Jacoby Walter's good enough to start in the NBA right away. Watch. But I don't know how Darko's going to manage him. He'll gauge him himself. He'll understand his development curve and path, and he won't want to mess it up by doing something stupid. So it could very well be Jacoby starts off the bench and has to earn his starting position. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be a long-term starter at some point. That's what's going to happen. So this year, I want him to get a lot of minutes on the main squad. I do want him to get a taste of 905, but he doesn't have to go down there for very long. He could go down there for maybe one game or two. That seems to be kind of the thing. I mean, Scotty never touched 905, but, Jacoby may not either. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So I don't know. My expectations are very low, but I'm very, very much anticipating I'm going to have very, very awesome feelings about how successful he is. Even though I don't, do it at your own pace. And what you got to do, Jacoby Walter, we're going to let you be, and we'll be patient. We got time, but I honestly think he's going to come in gangbusters. He's going to be badass right away. That's what I think right there, Paul. Yeah. Infamous saying, wow, the Sixers are looking good. Their defense will be something special to watch. Now, I don't want to give them too many compliments in some ways. I mean, Andre Drummond returning is interesting. They've kind of switched a couple guys from last year out for new guys that are kind of slightly similar but slightly different. You could talk about Melton and Hield going to the Warriors and, replacing them with like Caleb Martin and I don't know, who else did they get? They got Paul George and they got another Eric Gordon. They actually got Eric Gordon. So it's like you're trading Caleb Martin, Eric Gordon for kind of like, the Melton and Hield. There's a little bit of plug in and play different stuff that Sixers doing. Once again, I'll say everything hinges on Embiid and his health as far as things for the Sixers. David's saying, yeah, they're building a great team. They'll have a great start this season. Then Joel will injure Paul. Paul will because Joel will injure Paul George because he's flopping, and that'll be the end of the season. Rinse, lather, repeat. Yeah. David is a number one hater of Joel Embiid, and by default, your team also. Yeah, in some ways, we have two arch enemies, and it is kind of your team and the Celtics right now as far as the feel around Raptors Nation. But in some ways, I like the respect that I built with Sixers fans on this channel over the past couple of years. You're not the only Sixers fan that's been very friendly with us and enjoyed talking to us. And that's David is a hater. Yeah, he hates on y'all a lot. And when I hang out with him in person, yeah, the stuff he says about Joel, ooh, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. It's true. Yeah, let's see. Infamous saying a bit off topic. Lex, can you name the top 3 richest comedians in the world? Wow. I mean, I don't know. In some ways, I can't. I really can't because I know that the system of how stand-ups work and stuff is different and how they get paid. I mean, you could say Netflix specials. It used to be HBO specials. It could be the tours and how much they get paid to go around. I mean, I could say something crazy like it's Russell Peters. Russell Peters was the highest paid comedian for a while. I don't know who the richest comedians in the world are. Are you talking about stand-ups? Are you talking about TV? Are you talking about movies? Because I can start talking about old comedians like Eddie Murphy or somebody like that has amassed a fortune from movies and TV. So in some ways, we need more stipulations on this. Is Larry the Cable Guy the answer? All right, let's see. David's saying, yeah, you're right, Victor. I honestly just can't fucking stand Joel Embiid. It's all good. Well, at least we've cleared the air and we're all on the same page on where we stand. Trevor's saying, I'm changing my flight from Wednesday to Tuesday. If I want to see Canada versus USA, Wednesday flight that what at 9:30 at night. The game will be at 8:30, Trevor, their time. It'll be 10:30 our time. So be ready for that. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, Mountain time. I believe that's Mountain time in Vegas. So that is when it is. It may be earlier. So be ready. Just get there ahead of time. Seriously, you change your flight to Tuesday, and then you won't miss it because that game is around 8 or 7:30, 8:30 or 7:30. Let's see. All right, here's the list: Jerry Seinfeld, 900 million; Byron Allen, 800 million, and Matt Stone from South Park. Okay, so you did include quite a range of people. Obviously, Jerry Seinfeld is a classic stand-up with his empire, with his TV show, and yeah, his getting coffee with comedians in cars kind of crap. Byron Allen is very surprising to see this. It's not like Byron Allen's done anything since his talk show a long, long time ago, and in some ways, he's not really known as a comedian to me. He's more known as like a talk show host from like the 80s. This is so strange that he's on here. I'm not surprised he has that much money. I'm just very surprised he's on this list. Now, the South Park guys obviously have made a ton of money off merchandise for their TV show, and I don't consider them a stand-up. They're not a stand-up comedian. In some ways, they're not even really comedians. They're animators, and they're also writers. So, Byron Allen, daytime talk show host, but was a stand-up before that. Yeah. Kareem saying, DeMar, go F yourself. Sorry, I'm still upset what he did. He's petty, and he really did endorse lies and turn his back to a team who drafted him and his ambassador. I hate DeMar for now. Give me 10 years. In some ways, he's doing a Vince Carter like I would do to Vince what he's doing to DeMar right now. Listen, I went and watched Chev's piece yesterday about DeMar in the video, and he brings up some good points. But I still don't agree with him when he says that he put his daughter up to do what she did. Now, he does have a good point that he did not stop it after he was aware when it was happening. And that's annoying. It could be that he was so busy with the game too. But he did say that he did not realize DeAr DeRozan was the screaming child until about halfway through the game. That he was so in the game and he wasn't even aware somebody was screaming. That's just the way it is. These athletes have to be so focused that they don't take in the crowd. The crowd can distract them. So they're trained to really have tunnel vision and just pay attention to what's on the court mostly. And in some ways, he didn't hear her. And then when he was told that his daughter was doing that, he was like embarrassed, honestly. It was not something he pre-planned. She came up with that idea to do that. And I know that Chev thinks that DeMar told her to do that, but that just doesn't make sense to me. It really, really doesn't. Now, he's saying it's because he's salty like this. And I get it. The way he talked about in the video and the way he's standing, yeah, he is kind of showing a negative side of himself that he didn't need to do. Seriously, we were all good. We were all good, DeMar. But now, yeah, I don't know. I want to see how things shake out. The fallout from all this isn't over yet. I want to hear what DeMar has to say. I want to hear what he has to say from his own voice instead of just being on that video, just appearing. But yeah, it's crazy. G saying a bit off topic, but Giannis versus Luka is on right now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can go watch it and turn me off if you really want. David's saying, I can't wait till these dudes get back on the court. I love the new look Raptors. I'm excited about it too, David. I really, really am. We have so much to look forward to this July with Team Canada, the Olympics, and our summer league with our Raptors for sure. Michael's here again. Good to see great Raptor freak Michael Borland. Vinchenkov should just move to Danforth and pretend he's in Greece. That's hilarious. I'm gonna give Michael a dunk. That is really funny. I love that actually. Michael, you're getting your first dunk. I'm gonna give you a 3-pointer because that's pretty good. You got your first dunk of 2024. You did have a dunk last year, so you're at 3. You're at 3 right now for this season. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just go down to Danforth and hang out down there and act like you're in Greece. Well, it's not that wants him in Greece so bad. It's those crazy Greek fans that want Sasha Vinchenkov to return so bad. So bad. That's pretty funny. Hey, David, wasn't it? Yeah. Smooth saying they're waving Paul Reed to make room. Yeah, the Sixers have to do that. It's crazy. Invest a lot of time in Paul Reed, build him up, and now he's just going to walk. Why aren't people saying that more about the Sixers? Oh, they're going to lose Paul Reed for nothing. Well, why can't we say that? People say that kind of shit about Raptors players just leaving all the time. Well, can I say this? Can the media say this? Oh, the Sixers failed because they just letting Paul Reed walk for nothing. Well, that wasted energy and development on him, and they're not getting any resources from it. Well, where's the talk about that? Well, who's not going around doing that for the Sixers like they do for the Raptors whenever a player walks like Fred VanVleet did last year? That's what I want to hear. Is where somebody's saying Paul Reed, oh, he walked? That's a fail for Philly. Because I want the fair and unbiased broadcast media. You know, they're going to do that. They're going to do that. Let's see. Wayne saying, Lex, give me a timeline in terms of basketball schedule, Olympics, Summer League, etc. What does the next 6 days look like? I'm looking for the quality on the bench we're cultivating. That's the key. I love it, Wayne. Well, first of all, first thing up on the itinerary is on Wednesday, Team Canada versus Team USA. Friendly, 10:30 p.m. I will stream live, doing a live play-by-play, watching the game, just like I did last year for Team Canada games. So no stream in the morning on Wow Wednesday. We're going to be Wow Wednesdaying the game, and I will be on the whole entirety of the game doing live commentary during the game. So that's the first thing coming up with the game we got to watch. And then next Saturday, a week from today, will be the first Summer League game for the Toronto Raptors. I will not be live stream watching that, but we will do a preview for it. And we'll have a reaction on Saturday for the game on Saturday on the Sunday next. So that's kind of the schedule for this week. The next 2 big events, these are the first games of Team Canada and the Summer League, just so you know. Wednesday and Saturday coming up. That's right. Let's see. Paul's saying, do you think Walter or Mobo have a chance at Rookie of the Year? No, they don't. Because they play for Toronto, and in some ways their role isn't going to be prominent enough to garner enough attention or get enough votes for that. So, no, I don't think it is. Walter has an outside chance. He has to absolutely be featured. He has to start right away, like I said, and he has to be very prolific with his scoring. Now, in some ways, Scotty and Jonathan and IQ want to set up Jacoby and feed him, and he gets like averaging like 15 to 20 points, maybe. But I don't think it's very likely, Paul. I don't think it is. Isaac saying, I thought Naco the Nacho is the wealthiest comedian, all the free Can't Friday riches. That is a great comment. In fact, y'all, seriously, I love this comment by Isaac. I'm going to give him a dunk. Y'all need to watch my old show from 5 years ago because there's today is the anniversary. This is kind of sad. 79 dunks for Isaac. Today's the anniversary of the day that Kawhi decided to go to the Clippers. Yeah, 5 years ago on this day, on a Saturday, we woke up from news that happened at 2 a.m. in the morning that Kawhi Leonard had opted to go back to L.A. to play for the Clippers, had made a cowardly decision in the dead of the night when nobody would pay attention to it. Yeah, that's how it went down. I woke up and I saw it. If you want to see my real reaction that day, that morning, when I found out that Kawhi was going to the Clippers and we were not going to get a chance to properly repeat, you can watch it in the community tab of this channel. It's posted in there. The age of Kawhi and dying is over because 5 years ago today, Kawhi made the decision to go to the Clippers, one of the worst decisions he's made in his life. Yeah, and a lot of people agree with us. It's not just the Raptors fans that say this at this point. General NBA fans say that Kawhi fucked up, that he didn't give us a chance to try and repeat for our championship. We probably could have had a good chance to do it because our team was still good, and you were wrong, Kawhi. When you said that the Raptors just aren't good enough to repeat, so I'm not going to stay. You were wrong when you said that because we were. And that team, the year after you left, had the best record in the history of the Raptors franchise. And you weren't on it, my guy. We won more the year after you left. And that's just the damn truth. You can go look at it, people. You will see it is true. We won more after Kawhi left the next year. Yeah. And then the pandemic happened and all the bullshit happened in the bubble. Bullshit happened with the Lakers. That's right. There you go. There you go. I love it, Isaac. And this is the thing. Nako appears in that couple of these episodes recently around the Kawhi time. So if you want to see Nako the Nacho with his crazy huge hair at that time, definitely check out the community tab and all the Kensington Variety chronicling 5 years ago in our journey during the championship year. Yeah, I even do this show right up until the coronavirus hits, and you'll see the change on the show from when the pandemic started. So we're going to get to that point when there's 5-year anniversary of COVID. The show will cover that too. It covers everything that happened in that stretch, that crazy stretch around the Raptors championship year. The 2 years around it, I documented everything that happened while I was at work. And that's what that show's all about. So check it out. It's fun. Smooth saying Paul Reed might be a Raptor spit. Well, the money's right, and it makes sense. In some ways, Logical Raptors fanatic and Blake Murphy have kind of gone over our roster and how many spots we have and different things. In some ways, we're getting full. In some ways, we're already getting full. But I trust in Masai and Bobby that they can do adjustments, 2-for-1 trades or whatever to make things happen. Who knows? If we value Paul Reed, it makes sense and it can happen. Well, maybe it'll happen. I have no problem with Paul Reed suiting up in a Raptors jersey. He is a fantastic player. He's been one of the young Sixers that I've actually liked this whole time. Him and Maxey. Those two are my guys on the Sixers that I like. So Smooth saying, I really want Bruce Brown off the Raptors, man. Nothing personal, but where Toronto is at this stage, he just doesn't fit. I completely agree with this. In some ways, his nonchalant cavalier kindness about his career right now, because in some ways he's just been a trade piece that's been bouncing around a bit since the championship with the Nuggets. In some ways, he's kind of like this weird, like gingerbread man, where he's kind of like, I'm good. You can't catch me. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. And in some ways, he's like elusive. People want him because they think he's a championship piece and he can help, but nothing's happened yet. So I don't know. Bruce Brown will get figured out at some point, but it may not happen this summer. He may suit up and show up for training camp, and he may be playing for the Raptors for a bit this season. But I'll bet you he'll get moved at some point this year. Some point this year, he'll get moved. Partly because he has an expiring contract coming up. Yeah. Let's see. Kareem saying the market for Gary Trent Jr. is so bad for him. It's almost criminal not to give him a 2-year prove-it contract. That said, I don't want him and Bruce Brown coming off the bench. Some people are very much, we're ready to move on from Gary. In some ways, I get it. The inconsistency of Gary Trent Jr. has been infuriating at times. But also at the same time, he does really love Toronto. He's a loyal guy. He's a legacy player. I don't know, man. If we could get Gary back on a really cheap contract, hey, that's winning. That's winning right there. It really is. Kareem saying Bobby is on vacation. That's why Bruce Brown is still a Raptor. All right, Kareem, you want to dunk. That's an easy one right there. That's pretty funny. 181 for Kareem Thomas on the dunks. That's pretty funny right there. Paul B saying the bubble ruined our repeat too. 15-game winning streak, 15-1 going into that Celtics series. We were hot, sucked losing. Yeah. I mean, I hate this. I don't want to say conspiracy theory, but in some ways we could talk about that one year the MLB shut down with a strike when the Blue Jays and the Expos were the top two teams in their leagues. That was really fishy as fuck. And all of a sudden baseball wanted to go on strike because the Canadian teams were the top of their leagues. That was really fishy. Well, in some ways, the Raptors still doing pretty good, and that's going into COVID with Rudy Gobert and all that bullshit. Man, that sucked. The timing was really bad on that. Really, really bad. Yeah. G saying Magic had 305 turnovers as a rookie, just as an FYI. That is actually a normal amount. That's not that bad. Seriously. What was his assist? He probably had almost 1,000 assists. So if he had 1,000 to 300, that's a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, 305 assists for a point guard that's handling the ball majority of the game. That's not bad at all. I'm going to say that right now. I mean, it's the 82 games. How many is that per game? That's about four turnovers a game, something like that, maybe less. That's not bad. Seriously, that is not bad. That is not bad for a point guard who handles the ball a lot. He's maybe getting three turnovers a game, but he's getting like 8 assists a game or something like that. So it's pretty good right there, yeah. Tom's saying you were upset with the media harassing Kawhi when he was making up his mind after stating he was wanting to be left alone. Was he upset with anything up here? Well, part of the problem was at that point in time, we were doing Kawhi watch and people were harassing him like paparazzi. Like he would try and go and eat and people were just taking pictures of him and just harassing him. And in some ways, the media, the TV channels were overhyping it and they were sending choppers and people just trying to hunt him. It was just not a good look. In some ways, I thought that was kind of like annoying to him. So I was pleading with the media to leave him alone and let him make his decision in private and just go and stop hounding him and trying to find out. It was really a weird time. It's very similar to the Otani thing last year. That there was a lot of hype about Otani coming to the Blue Jays. They talked about a jet coming to Toronto that was actually Robert Herjavec of Shark Tank instead of like Otani himself. Well, there were a lot of shades of the same thing that happened with Kawhi. You see in the old clip, I'm talking about how Kawhi got on a jet, but it wasn't him. So it's very much the same kind of story like Otani. So very, very interesting stuff. The paparazzi was out of control and harassing Kawhi Leonard. They were actually hanging out outside of restaurants while he was eating and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, following him around. And I was telling him to stop because in some ways I didn't want them to influence whether he wanted to stay or not. Yeah, Smooth saying Malik Beasley 1 year, $6 million with Detroit. Yeah, that sounds about right with that team, and kind of like not really that thrilling of a pickup, honestly. James said, "I seen Gary to Denver rumors. Jokic going to make him look good." Hey, we'll have to see. I mean, it depends on whether his plantar fasciitis is right. He can rise, and whether his shot's locked in. Because when his shot's off, well, it's a tough day. It's a long day. Y'all go check out Casey Bannerman's website. Seriously, there's so much fire stuff on there. The Team Canada stuff is amazing. Get your swag on ready for the Olympics. I'm sure if you order right now, he could ship it to you in time for the games coming up very, very soon. And you can wear a nice jersey like this SGA jersey that Tommy got me while you're watching Team Canada play. So, yeah, seriously, we're celebrating Casey Bannerman, an independent creator in the Raptors world of stuff that I really, really respect and appreciate, a homegrown talent, a man that has a lot of skill, and it is being rewarded by, putting out amazing quality products and getting to do collaborations with a lot of very, very awesome athletes. It's very, very cool stuff. So check him out on Instagram, check him out on his website, and yeah, buy something because that stuff is awesome. And like I said, they're collector's items and they're only going to go up in value as time goes on. Trust me, that's how it works right there. Yeah, I'm looking at the page of some of his work. There's a beautiful Fred VanVleet screaming and yelling graphic that he did. Of course, he likes to do the players over the back. Like there's a Lowry jersey with him holding the championship jersey from the championship parade. Of course, he made that crazy wool Raptors purple jersey that's actually wool knit. He made the crazy sequin jersey for Grady in honor of his draft day fit. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with Casey Bannerman stuff. So definitely check it out. All right, let's do the Instagram stories real quick. We'll start with Slim Duck. Slim Duck hanging out and working out a lot. He's wearing the Raptor shirt. He's out there. He looks good. He's very quick. He's driving to the basket. He's taking like a three going around the side. He looks real good. His hair's up. He looks happy. He looks real strong. And I like to see Chris Boucher working out in a Raptor shirt. And he is also looking really, really healthy and good. We got Gary Trent Sr. showing off like banana art and orange art. Somebody carves sculptures of animals into oranges and bananas, and they're actually really impressive. Very, very cool. Gary has a good eye for cool stuff. Kelly Olynyk wearing the new Canada jersey on his Instagram story, so you can see it. It's looks like it's very red and basic with black lettering. In some ways, looks like the Raptors red jerseys with the black and red. In some ways, I will say that about the Canada jersey. Casey Bannerman would make a better jersey. We'll just say that. Koloko is back on the court, and he's taking a very half-assed alley-oop, weak-ass pass, as he's put it in the caption. Manuel quickly has returned to 2K, and somebody talked some trash and said they could play NBA 2K, and Emmanuel showed them, yeah, everybody says they're nice until they play me. That's right. That's what Emmanuel and We the North 2K is all about right there. And also Emmanuel saying, you better watch those people that bounce back from everything that was meant to destroy them. Those are God's people, and they're not to be played with. There you go. Emmanuel understands this. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Jonathan Mobo It's got some weird little kid in a Batman outfit. I don't know what's going on there. Jacoby Walter showing highlights of him working out, putting up shots, putting in work, putting up reps, getting greenies, greenies. All right, Kobe. All right, now put that ball in that hoop. I love to see it. I love to see it. So he's out there working, and of course, he's really excited about getting to work with Baylor alumni Davion Mitchell, number 45 for the Raptors coming in this season. The Baylor guys are going to be fun, and that friendship is going to be important. Jacoby will have a mentor, a friend that he trusts, somebody he knows from before, in Mitchell. And Mitchell has a new lease on life coming to a Raptors team, able to play and hopefully get more reclaimed in his NBA career than the Kings were allowing him to. So it's just going to work out real well. Jacoby having a friend from his alma mater. Now, here's something interesting, guys. On the day that we're celebrating Casey Bannerman on this channel in the Share the Love Club, the Raptors admin has come out with a new competition called Fan Art Toronto. And they're asking Raptors fans that do fan art and stuff like that to submit their stuff. And they are going to actually use this stuff during the year, Raptors admin. So that's cool. Once again, in some ways, this is smart because they get more creativity. There's probably cooler stuff that's coming from fans in some ways than just the admin team for Raptors. So I get it. Y'all want to be lazy and you want the fans to do the work for you. But that's fine because you may put some people on blast that get a whole bunch of attention, and it will really help them, like Casey Bannerman. So I say this is a great thing, Fan Art Toronto, and good stuff, Raptors. Outsource that work. Outsource that work at Raptors admin, all right? That's funny. All right, let me see. Is there anything else I missed? Let me go check and see if there's a birthday. There is a birthday today. It's kind of sad, guys. Today is Mohamedou Gay's birthday. Of course, recently he was let go by the Raptors, and he's showing up on summer league rosters for the Hawks and the Hornets right now. So, Mohamedou, happy birthday to you. He is 26 today, guys. Actually, that's another thing. Mohamedou's older than he seems. So, 26 years old today, Mohamedou Gay. Let's see what else is going on in the chat to finish up here real quick. Hang on. Where was I here? Okay. Paul B saying Kawhi joined the Clippers to go home, but both teams ended up being eliminated in the same Florida hotel within 2 days of each other. It was painful. Yeah, that was tough. That 7-game series with the Celtics was epic. In some ways, we were so close. I wish we had won that. I really do. I wish we had. James is saying, Lex, they need to bring the old school purple and black back. Yeah, the Vince jerseys from the one that I described, the purple front, black back, that may be the retro jersey for this season because that is the Vince Carter era jersey more than the one that Kareem was talking about earlier. The white and purple dinosaur pinstripe jerseys, that's Damon era. And the Vince jersey is actually Vince wore those jerseys too, but the jersey that I always remember Vince with is the purple front, black back jerseys. That's the one he wore in Oakland when he won the dunk competition. And I feel like that's the one they're going to do this year. In the anniversaries for our team, this is our 30th. Well, when we had the 20th and the 25th, the 20th, they did the purple jerseys, the purple dinosaur jerseys. The 25th, when the bubble, they did the white dinosaur pinstripe jerseys. Well, I think it's about time for them to do that purple front, black back jersey. I think James is right. There you go. Tom's got the link to Casey Bannerman's website there, guys, so you can go check it out. And there's a bunch of emoticon heads there, including our rookies, Masai Ujiri, whose birthday is tomorrow, and Darko and more of the guys there. There's the farm, the tractor with Isaac, and Tom Duke's got foot pass. And what is David doing here? Man, he's gone off in Tom's language. I don't even know how to translate that. There's some rocket ships, and there's a goal and a gold and popcorn and YouTube. I guess I don't totally understand David speaking that language, but I do Tom. Paul's saying Kyle Lowry swimming on the floor is probably my favorite GROAT memory. There you go. That's a pretty good one. Kareem's saying, Lex, the picture in the background, is that supposed to be little teepees? No, that's hay. That's hay collected in a hay yard. That's that's one of the ways you can roll hay up and put it in a little like a cone like that. So yeah, that's what that is. That's a hay field, and that's hay collected. That's what that is right there, Kareem. Interesting question right at the end there. Let's go. Let's get out of here. All right, thank you, Casey Bannerman, for your contribution to Raptors culture. You are MVP in that way. And I appreciate this Canada jersey from Tom Duke from Casey Bannerman Collection. You know it's a real one when you got that old comic book seal of approval, Casey Bannerman approved stuff. Yeah, so definitely check out his stuff and appreciate Casey for all of his hard work and the stuff he's done. Yeah, David's saying, haha, you'll have to teach me, Tom. Haha, haha. Yeah, you could teach him the language, just like Nameless teaches me Italian. Tommy teaches the emoticon language because he is the emoticon giant. That's right. He comes in the middle of the night as a giant, tiptoeing through the house, and he changes the emoticons on the channel. Let's go. All right. Isaac's saying, hey, Lex, put that jersey on the wall beside that painting. Maybe. I can't do stuff in here because in some ways this part of where I'm at has to stay the way it is because this picture has been on this wall for like 50 years, something like that. So in some ways, I can't really alter the decor in this space too much to put Raptor stuff all over it because this is a historic preserved space for my family. As far as like that's a painting that my grandfather had who's been passed for like 40 years now. So yeah, I can't do anything with the walls here. But in my studio, yes, we will have things like this on the wall for sure. For sure. Yeah, yeah. We're doing a little extra time. It's only an hour and a half, so why not? Let's see. Criscom's here. Good to see the great Criscom. I'm still wondering how Gary's not signed. Haven't heard anyone say this, but I trade him for their rookie Holmes. Throw in whatever else they want. Maybe Boucher. This guy will help Denver. Yeah, I don't want to keep putting Chris in these just as a throw in a trade. That's disrespectful. I don't want to do any of that to Chris. Chris wants to play for the Raptors. He's still in our plans. Let's keep him. Let's keep him on our team. He's showing signs he values being a Raptor, wearing a Raptors t-shirt, has workout in just the last couple of days. So I want to respect and honor our only Toronto Raptors player that is a champion on our team from that championship team at this point. And in some ways, that's sad to me that, you know, we didn't protect our champions, Siakam, Van Vliet, Anunoby, and only Boucher is the last one left. So, thank you for putting me on blast, Isaac and Tom. And he's saying, I have my great grandfather's paintings all over my walls. He was an artist of sorts. Yeah. My grandfather also, he, like, I've talked about this before, but he was a carpenter at CBC and he did a lot of really good wood carving, like himself, handcrafted. Like he carved this wood on this lamp. And he's made a lot of the furniture in this room also. There's different animals like he carved out of wood and really amazing, beautiful work. But he also painted too. There's some paintings we have that he did around this property also. So yeah, my grandfather was a great artist and he worked for the CBC for a long time as a set construction designer for the CBC on TV. Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. Tom's saying, love that lamp. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very old school. Like, look at the crazy lampshade. And then, yeah, see this fine carving that he, like, made the, yeah. I miss him. I miss my grandfather a lot. Of course, I haven't seen him since I was 9 years old. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, dunk for my Van Isa. All right, we can do a dunk for Van Isa today. Why not? Van Isa is getting a dunk today. That is awesome. Of course, his wife is still with us, thankfully. Oh my gosh, I love my Van Ima too. I'm gonna give my Van Isa a dunk. There you go. Yeah, she just turned 102 last month. You guys know that, yeah. Let's see. Kareem saying, I kind of want the Bruce Brown trade to happen now instead of during the season. I don't want no distractions, just hard work from jump to the end. This season's to improve in every aspect. I love that, and I hope that happens too. Don't get it wrong. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Bruce Brown so that Raptors fans are not disappointed like you. That, you know, in some ways, if the front office does not get the right deal from other people, that is part of it. They're trying to find the right deals, but if they don't find the right deal, they're going to wait. So that's it right there. They don't pull the trigger if the deal's not right. So in some ways, we may need to be patient. I hope they can get it done before the season, just exactly as you said. But just in case y'all might be disappointed, I'm going to say this just in case. Just in case. Trevor's saying Fever and Liberty are playing today at 1 p.m. So lots of basketball today. You'll be watching Luka and Giannis battle right now. And there's some good WNBA today, too. All right, guys. Thanks for watching me today. I appreciate all the commissioners. I appreciate the producers on this channel also. Trevor J, David, Tom Duke, Monique, Isaac, Seymour Pape, everybody who's helped contribute to this channel, Kenrick, Chronic Art James, over the time with their great art and different things that they do. So I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate Casey Bannerman. Share the love for Casey Bannerman. Get outside and touch grass. Raptorize your day like Nab Bhatia would, and just be good Raptors fans. And let's go Team Canada. It's getting closer. We're going to have some good basketball to watch coming up this week. I'm excited. I hope you can be here with me for that. Tomorrow, Sunday special report, 9:30 a.m. I'll be back, as always, every single day. Live streaming. Get your voice heard. Come on in and talk to the Rapper Freaks. That's what I'm saying right there. Let's go. Let's go. SGA, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Team Canada. That's right. Let's go, RJ Barrett. Let's go, Kelly Olynyk. Let's go, SGA. Yeah.